Guys, I know how stressful can be to provide a service and the constant effort that it takes every single day. And the reason I can say that is because I already had a marketing agency in the past, and I was doing like 150 calls or almost 200 calls a day, making money but stressed every single day. So I came again to where I was. I came again to build software. And now that I see things differently, I realize the things that I was missing when I was with the marketing agency. All the effort that I was completely wasting every single day because there were like 1,000 things that I could have done with a software. And the truth is that a lot of people think that they lack something to build software. They think they need to be a developer or have a development background, but in reality you have an advantage, and this is what I want to explain you in this video. But to really understand what I'm going to explain you, I would recommend you to stay until the end of this video, and if you stay until the end, I will give you something that can help you a lot to build the software that you want to build. If it's the first time that you're watching me, my name is Justo. I'm in the process of creating 12 apps in 1 year, and I recently launched the 5th app, and we are close to launch the 6th one. I created a process that lets me test applications in less than 3 weeks, so I can start seeing results, and I avoid wasting months on things that are not worth it. So as I was telling you, if you sell services and you're thinking about building a software as a service, there's something important you need to understand first. You're not late, you're not behind, you're actually ahead. The problem is that most people don't realize why. So they waste the advantage without noticing. This guide is about that specifically. The problem is not how to build a software. That's not the hard part. The real problem is where most software as a service ideas come from. Most people start from abstraction, an idea, a hypothesis, something they think people need. So they do what feels productive. They design, they build, they add features, they polish, and they spend months doing it. The issue is that none of that creates truth. It creates activity, not progress. And activity feels good because it gives you control. But as I'm telling you, control is not progress, at least when you are building apps. Progress is knowing something you didn't know yesterday. So here's the difference. If you don't sell services, you have to guess what actually hurts, what matters right now, what people are already paying for, what doesn't matter at all. There are a couple of ways to do that, but you have to put a lot of effort and time into that. And guessing is expensive. It takes you time, energy, and focus. Now, if you sell services, you're in a different position. You already talk to real clients, solve the same problem, over and over again, hear objections in real time, get paid for outcomes, not ideas. That's reality. That's the advantage that you have. Now, don't think that creating a software is as simple as saying, I'm gonna create a software. There are a couple of things that you need to avoid if you wanna build, if you wanna create a successful app. And that's what I'm going to explain you. But before continuing with this, I want to remind you that if you want me to help you creating an app, you can book a one-on-one call. I will leave you the links on the comment section. So the first mistake that people actually make is thinking, now I will just turn this service into software. Services are exhausting, time-bound, repetitive, hard to scale, mentally draining. So the instinct is, let's automate everything. But the problem is that when you try to automate everything at once, you remove the most valuable part of the service, your judgment. Automation without the judgment just give you faster mistakes. It's the thing that happens with AI. Hey, AI won't solve your life if you don't know how to give the direction, okay? Now, the second and most common mistake is starting with technology or thinking that you need to hire a developer right now to start this software, okay? So you start with stack architecture, scalability, or tools. All of that feels serious. It feels like real work, but if you don't know which decisions matters most, where clients actually get stuck, what good enough looks like, then technology just organizes the wrong thing. Now, the third mistake is trying to remove yourself too early. Now, remember that this is a step-by-step process. You can not expect to automate everything at once. A lot of service founders want the product to replace them immediately. But right now, you are the feedback loop. You are the one catching misunderstandings, adjusting in real time, seeing patterns, learning what breaks. If you remove yourself too early, you don't scale and you go blind. The fourth mistake is confusing automation with value. Not everything repetitive should become software. Some steps are cheap to keep manual, build trust, and don't justify complexity. Trying to productize everything leads to bloated tools. Value doesn't come from automation by itself, it comes from clarity. And the fifth mistake is thinking about scaling too early. Will this scale? Is the wrong question early on. The right question is, should this exist at all? I mean, this is one of the principles of the linear startup method. Nowadays, you can build anything you want. With AI, I mean, you don't have limits. The thing is not if you can build it or not. The thing is if it's worth building it. So what you should do instead, if you sell services, is not using execution as your advantage. Using judgment. Every service you run is full of decisions. What to prioritize, what to ignore, what matters now, what is a waste of time right now, when something is actually done. That's what our clients are paying for. So the product is not the software. The product is the decision making packaged into a system. Don't productize tasks. Productize decisions. And the correct order to do it is starting with real friction, not ideas and not features. You will hear me 1000 times repeating the same thing because it's the way to start. Where do clients consistently get stuck? Where do I explain every week? What mistake keeps repeating itself? Ask yourself. The step 2 is validate through exposure, not opinions. Don't ask your friends if they like the tool or not. Put it on social media. Create content around that. Talk publicly about the problem. Show real situations. Explain common mistakes. Show consequences. And then watch what happens. Aim for DMs, pushbacks, questions. And remember, silence is feedback too. It's a signal. The step 3 is sell before you build. Not as a trick, as protection. You want a simple signal, clear problem, clear outcome, and one action. Email sign up, call booking, early access. If nobody acts, that's information and it saves you months of building. The step 4 is build only what you would use tomorrow. Don't build tools that you wouldn't use. Early products are usually ugly, internal, semi-manual, and incomplete. That's fine. The goal here is not doing a perfect product. It's not even doing a product, it's doing a minimum viable product. On step 5, I already created a video for this. Scale in layers, okay? Start, providing the software, but using it by yourself, okay? Using it by yourself to solve the client's situation. You execute and software organizes. Then you use this software with your client, okay? The done with you service. And finally, what you can call as self-serve, okay? System decides and you observe. That's the point where you start to scale, because at that point, the client is using the software by himself. With the things that I've just explained, you stop competing on features, price, speed, and you start competing on judgment, clarity, sequence, and risk reduction. That's the harder to copy than code. And instead of selling promises, you sell clarity. Now remember that if you sell services, you are not transitioning into software as a service directly. You are already inside the best possible testing environment because you already understand the problem, the solution, and the audience. The mistake is trying to look like a startup before earning the right. Software doesn't free you from services yet. Good software crystallizes what the service already taught you. I really hope this guide helped you. And if this helped you, you would also help me a lot if you subscribe to the channel and you hit the like button, because in that way we can keep reaching new people. YouTube keeps pushing the content. If you want me to help you one-on-one, building an app, turning your idea into a working software as a service, you can book a call. I will leave the link on the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.